special shout out to my Patreons. Joining Patreon is now the sole way to download my 3D printable Transformers accessories. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. New video. Things I don't usually even look at, but we had to take a look. So this is the new, just released Magic Square Light of Peace MS-02. This is the newly released Masterpiece Scale Optimus Prime. So here's the box. I love this picture. In the back of it's just Magic Square and some scenery. In the back you get tech specs. And then you get the truck mode right here, Magic Square ages 12 and up. Magic Square warnings. So I figure other people are taking a look at this thing. I might as well take a look. I do know about the breakage issue, and we'll get into that in a moment. Alright, so now we have Light of Peace out of the box, and luckily my stacks are not broken, but I do know exactly why that happened. So bear with me while I show you this. This is the plastic clamshell that it comes in, and when he came out, this was pressed on his shoulders, and luckily he was kind of like this a little bit, so they didn't break. But it looks like that's what happens, because I ordered mine before Magic Square announced that they would be adding replacements in the boxes. But you had to pre-order after October 15th. I had pre-ordered before then, which meant I got mine really fast, but there's a chance if these would have been broken, I'd be waiting to get replacements. Some first and foremost things here. He feels super cheap. Like, a couple things that I noticed right off the bat when I took him out. I don't know if you can tell from here, but I can see daylight through his helmet. From the gap in the back. It's just my hand. I can see daylight through his helmet, which is a little off-putting. I can see where it's tabbed together. The plastic itself is weird, and certain things feel very loosey-goosey, I'd say. I know Magic Square has like weird feeling plastic to begin with, but some of this just doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel like I'm going to break that, but from what I have heard, I'm a little bit afraid to try to take that out. I do love opening up the inside of the chest. I do like how that looks. And that goes back together. Mine isn't super loose. You see I get a little bit of looseness over here on this leg, up on that hip. I'm almost scared to mess with him, just from what I've seen. So he does have side skirts that open. Does that move? It looks like this only moves in part of transformation. So you really... It doesn't have the drop leg. Oh, it rotates. Okay. So that rotates up, but not all the way. Can he hold? If I held his leg up, he'd hold his leg up. If I held his foot in place, he'll hold his leg up. So that ratchet feels okay. There we go. Ow. Kind of sharp. Now that doesn't want to line back up. Oh well. He's got all articulated fingers, thumbs, wrists move. He's got an ab crunch. He can almost... Whoa, buddy. This is not that kind of show. What do you think this is? Rocklord's show? So he's got a huge ab crunch. He can look straight up. He can fly through the air. I'd have to do that. Away! I'd do that. This is a quiet ratchet, but it's strong enough. His head moves all around. He does have forearm rotation. That does rotate, only I'm scared of it. He does get a 90-degree elbow. He can salute. His wrists move. Move. double knee. And we get into some of the problems. He does have plenty of movement in his feet. And some, hey now. Some of the accessories that he does come with is he does come with his blaster. It's sort of MP style where it's got that little tab to go into his hands. He comes with the Energon axe and a bag of instructions that also include 2 different trailer hitches for trailers I don't have, and a little spec tech card. Or trading card, but it's like a hard cardboard. Or not cardboard, it's more like a credit card. Let me take a look at the gun. I do really like the gun. That comes off. I don't know why. I don't know why yet. Again, I just opened this. But I do like the gun. Yeah. And I don't know how to explain what I mean. Now, I love how the back comes together because it's not like super kibbly. Like you have this panel here, but that looks like this should all like be here. Like that looks normal. I do see it's got some of these dovetail joints. I do not like dovetails on plastic toys, but we will see what happens. He's got a nice butterfly right there. The posability on this, from what I've seen, has been really good. I'm going to play with some of the posability myself here shortly. Let me move a light so you can check out that face. I like the head sculpt. I just don't like that I can see through it, and it might be something I'll just fix. But nothing feels. I don't want to say it feels like a KO. Like they oversized KO'd themselves. But like, can you hear this? Like this one. Clicks in, doesn't click out. That one, you can't hear a thing. I mean, that's alright. I like how the feet come together. So overall, I mean, I'm not unhappy with it. Mine's not broken. I don't feel like it's going to break. I do know that some people have had problems with the truck mode and some stuff being loose, but we're going to find that out here in just a moment. But first, we need to compare him to some things, and I'm going to need room. Alright, now that I got some of that stuff cleaned up, let's see how he looks against... This is the Transform Element Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. Size-wise, they are very, very similar. I will tell you... I mean, you can obviously see the differences. Looking at their chests and looking at everything else, of course. You know, his arms are a little bit shorter. All this looks almost identical. I mean, it's not, but it's very, very show accurate, or whatever you want to say. I do like his skirts better. They don't rotate with the leg. That is cool, but his just move out of the way. The joints on this are tighter, honestly. I do love this figure, and I like that this one looks different enough that this works. So that is the Transform Element Shattered Glass Prime. The other thing to note is this is probably... That weighs probably 3 times as much as he does. If there's any die cast in here, I have not found it. And then let's go for big boy MP scale. Let's go with the Cactus Grimlock. So you can see how that scales. I am never transforming that thing ever again, so it stays just like that on a shelf. It looks amazing, but that transformation was not fun on those legs. So that's how he scales there. Ugh. And then, what do I have handy? What do I have handy to show scale? Here we go. Figure that most people will have. Here he is next to the Studio Series 86 Grimlock. Alright. So I'm not going to torture you with making you watch me transform this thing. So I'm going to transform it, and we'll take a look. Alright, well, so the instructions have some gaps. Yeah, there's some things it doesn't exactly show you. We won't go into it completely. But here's what the instructions look like. Okay, and there's... When it comes to, like, getting these arms folded up in there, don't rotate it down like that. Swivel that shit out, rotate it down, and then slap it in from the side. Because there's lips and there's little edges and shit that catch, and you feel like you're just going to break it. So don't do that. Just swivel it in from the side. Now, that being said, I am pleasantly surprised. I have had several people tell me how horrible this thing was to transform, and it felt like it was going to break. It is rickety, and I mean that as in audibly. Whatever. Like, there's some creaky sounds. But, you know, whatever. I don't really like how this back works out, but that's okay. It's not going to stay in truck mode anyway. I have had some concerns about these little mirrors. They don't lock in place. The doors don't either. Which I guess you could pretend the door's open, but it would be way better if they actually, like... It feels like they want to, but they just don't. I don't feel like I'm going to break them off, though. Some of the things... Yeah, I was playing hell getting these two panels to line up right. There's something, like, on the inside turned. I'm not going to fix it. It rolls really well. Are these... Yes! Rubber tires. I love me some rubber tires. Overall, there's a couple little weird gaps, like this right here and stuff. Like, for what this is, and considering it's like, what, $100, $120, something like that. I'll keep this as my MP scaled Optimus. The only MP scaled Optimus I had, like Optimus colors, was MPP10, which is way taller than anything else. So as far as truck mode goes, and I'll have it on the rotation thing at the end. And these things just flop back and forth. But I got it together. I didn't feel like anything was going to break. But let me change that. Have you ever transformed something and you felt like it was going to break the whole time? And you're squeezing it and messing with it and you get frustrated and you push something a little harder than you think it's going to take and you're just like, you know what, this might break it, but I got to do it. That was transforming this. And here is how he compares to the Cactus. So scale-wise, like for MP scale, I like it. I think it's a good bot. Now, you can order these online other places. I actually ordered mine directly from Magic Square. I pre-ordered it directly through Magic Square, because you can do that now, and they have a nice little pre-order program. The way it works is a little bit weird with invoices and stuff, but it was, I mean, I got him fast. And I like him. I think he's going to look good on my MP shelf. He'll look good fighting Shattered Glass Optimus, or he might look good fighting my Megatron that I have. So yeah, overall, I think he's worth it. I think that some people might have gotten some inferior copies. This is unfortunate. Thankfully, mine did not break. Yeah. There he is. This has been the Light of Peace MS-02 by Magic Square. I'll drop a link to it in the description if you want to buy one from a couple different places. I might have affiliate programs with some of these places. I don't know. If there is one and it's an affiliate, then cool. And if it's not, you're not going to notice anyway. There you go. I dig it.